You got a guy to root for us, basically.
I would have been fine either way. These kids were.
Welcome to Coach Heupel's post-game press conference. Coach will make an opening statement, and then we will go into questions. If you have a question, just raise your hand, and I will call on you.
Yeah, obviously, extremely disappointing with the outcome, and so, as you know, everybody in the program's extremely disappointed. First, our fans were awesome tonight, as always, but I want to thank them. First half, I thought defensively played extremely well. Offensively, move the football, don't get points in the red zone, turn the ball over, give them, 16 points in the first half, and just can't win that way. They're a good football team, and then at the end, just didn't have enough to get over the hump. So give credit to them, and we got to play smarter to win a game like that. Open it up.
Questions?
Coach, your team has lost the time of possession battle in each of the 8 games they've played against FBS schools this year. Is that something that concerns you?
Yeah, I don't know. Tonight's 30-29. So,
David.
thank you.
Josh, you had praised Oklahoma's defense all week. Did they do some things? How do you think y'all handled their defense, and did they do some things that made y'all get out of character a little bit?
Well, ultimately didn't handle it well enough. The turnovers, uncharacteristic, and they turned into points. And that's a double whammy right there. Give credit to them. There's some things that we did really well. I didn't think we operated a couple of the possessions in the red zone the way you need to, and then the turnovers. So you give them 16 points in the first half, and their kicker did a really nice job, hits 3 long ones, but just didn't execute.
Patrick.
Josh, what did you see on Joey's 2 interceptions?
One is just off his back foot. Another one doesn't see rotation. Hangs it up for post safety.
Ben?
Josh, what did you see that led to y'all's inability to consistently run the football?
Yeah, one, they're good up front, against the run. 2, there's some times where we had some runs and we're throwing perimeter tags when we shouldn't. So combination of all those things, and then late the game plays out the way that it does.
Josh, how different were the looks that their defense was giving you just in terms of pre-snap? Was it much different?
Some of it was different. Some of their pressures were a little bit different. All in all, adjusted to some of that. We got beat a couple of times, which is going to happen. Early I thought Joey did a good job getting to some checkdowns too.
David?
Josh, do you have any big picture conversations with your team? I know last year no SEC team with 3 losses made the playoff, but I know crazy things can happen. Do you have the big picture conversation?
Yeah, ultimately we're not in control of any of those things. We're in control of what we do. Disappointed. Thought they prepared extremely hard. There's some things that were really good defensively early tonight. I thought they played really good football. Got a choice to make. Life, how are you going to respond? This group has competed. It's continued to try to get better every day. Expect and demand that of them as we get going here on the back end of this one.
Patrick.
Josh, on the 4th down play call, it looked like Jack didn't get his head turned around fast enough. What did you see on that play and the call?
Yeah, long yard right there. They've been good in those situations and had something that we thought, as multiple as they are in that situation, that would give us a chance. And he gets hung up a little bit coming around the edge. I haven't watched the video of that specific play yet, and whether we got to squeeze it a little bit and let him get his head around, or we just got to make a play, I can't tell you right now. But we had a chance there.
Grant, then Vince.
What went wrong when the heavy set came out that led to the timeout?
Yeah, we were just behind in the sequence of it, so play clock.
Josh, I'm sure you guys prepared for Mateer's ability to run with the football and extend plays. What did you see from how you guys defended him? He made some big plays.
Early, I thought we did a good job. As the game went on, he made some plays with his feet out of gaps a couple times, and sometimes he made just a good play. 3rd and 16, we let him escape and pick up a critical first down.
Paige?
How would you evaluate how your defense prepared or played today, especially in that first quarter, not giving up a touchdown in that first quarter?
I thought early played well, first half. It's tough when you give up 16 and you've played really well defensively.
Wes?
Josh, I guess kicking ultimately is a job where you make the kick or you don't. But I mean, after Georgia, after tonight, what are the conversations with Max like moving forward?
Ultimately, you got to go out there and drain it. Misses one early, and comes back and hits one. That's a part of the difference in the game too. All of it. It's all the little things. You play good competition, which they are, and that's what's in this league. It comes down to making those plays.
Anything else?
All right, thank y'all.
I'm good.
All right, first group players, we have Braylon Staley and Idris Farouk. Raise your hand for questions, and I will call on you guys. Who would like to go first? Right here in the front.
Braylon, how's that shoulder feeling? Looked pretty good towards the end of the game. Is it an issue moving forward at all?
Yeah, nah, I'm good. I'm good. Ready to roll.
David.
Braylon, Oklahoma obviously has a really good defense. Could you see that from the get-go? Was this as good of a defense as you faced this year, and what made them so strong?
I mean, they're fast, physical. They played a good defense. They had to make adjustments on the sideline, and we had to go on about that.
Questions? Caleb and then Wes.
Can you just kind of walk us through what it's like to face John Mateer and kind of what made him so dangerous?
as a defense as a whole, I feel like we played aggressive and we played hard. We just needed to fix those little mistakes at the end of the game and stuff like that. And when we do that, we'll be able to stop whoever it is.
Wes, and then Paige.
Brandon, I guess, you know, y'all get that early touchdown, you're driving again, maybe to make it 10-0 or 14-0, then that fumble happens. How much does that sort of change things in the moment when y'all are kind of going through your stuff there on the sideline with the vibe and all that?
Which fumble?
The first one that got taken back to the house, the 71
Oh, Oklahoma? Oh, yeah. I mean, you know, things happen in this game, so, I mean, you got to be ready for sudden change, honestly. You know, on the sideline making adjustments, and that happens, so you got to be ready for it.
Idris, can you walk us through your punch-out and fumble recovery?
With that play, I just was straining through the whistle, just playing hard and doing my assignment and just executing. That was really it.
David.
Idris, you've had to answer questions about the tackling the last couple of games. It seemed like noticeably better. Why was the tackling so much better tonight than it's been the last couple of games?
Because we came in with a chip on our shoulder because everybody was telling us that we can't tackle and stuff like that. So that kind of motivated us to tackle better and just play harder.
Anything else for you guys? Wes?
Idris, I guess that's the second kind of painful loss here this season at home, and you know, we'll see what happens moving forward with all that. But where do you think the team's headspace is after a couple of tough losses like that?
I feel like we're just going to grow from everything. We're just going to learn from our mistakes and just move on and go every week by week and just take on every week. Take it on slowly every week.
Anything else for this group? All right, thank you, gentlemen. We'll have Joey and Edwin Spillman here shortly.
No way. Oh my goodness. Oh my.
All right, we'll take questions for Joey and Edwin Spillman. Raise your hand, and I'll call on you guys. Right here.
Joey, how encouraging for you as the leader of the offense was that performance on the defense tonight, just getting back in flow?
Awesome. You know, defense went out there and did what they had to do. You know, offensively we had a lot of stuff to clean up, but defense went out there, brought out.
Adam and then David.
Joey, Oklahoma's sort of known for confusing opponents pre-snap. Did you see a lot of things that were a little confusing pre-snap?
Yeah, they were trying to disguise coverage, and they did a good job on that. But you know, offensively, I feel like we did good, but obviously not good enough. So got to go back to the drawing board.
Joey, how different was Oklahoma compared to some of the other defenses, especially in terms of getting after you, and did they make you do some things that you didn't want to do on a couple of turnovers?
I wouldn't say crazy different. I mean, they like to get after the quarterback, so they had a little more pressures. But other than that, you know, they're just rolling to coverages and attacking the quarterback.
Jimmy?
Joey, you're up 7-0. You're driving inside the 25. The fumble, they run it back 71 yards. How big of a momentum change was that?
I mean, a turnover is always a big momentum change. So, you know, we were on a roll and they made a good play, so they took momentum. But a turnover always turns over for momentum. So I would say I mean, it is what it is, you know.
Ben?
Joey, just what you see on your 2 interceptions?
Say that again?
What'd you see on your 2 interceptions?
One before halftime, just kind of forced it downfield. Just trying to stay in the pocket and make a hit make a throw while getting hit, kind of just sailed it. And then the first one, you know, they did a good job disguising the coverage right there, rolled down, went into cover 1, safety, rolled over to the field. You know, they got me on that one, but yeah, got me on the first one, and then second one, just trying to stay in, make a hit, stay in, make a pass while getting hit, kind of just sailed the ball.
Wes?
How much, the numbers in the second half for Oklahoma's offense were a little bit better than they were in the first half. Is that just them making some plays? Did they do anything different?
Obviously, yeah, we can't take away they made some plays, but overall, yeah, they just made some plays.
Paige and David?
Edwin, there's obviously been a lot said this season about the defense, but it seemed a lot tighter today. What were maybe you most pleased with your effort tonight?
I was really more just pleased with, I felt like guys went out there and contributed and did their jobs and played with a high level. We just got to continue carrying that from the first half to the second half all the way to the bottom under that clock hit 0. So just taking that next step and finishing.
David?
Edwin, some of the tackling issues at Alabama and then especially at Kentucky, it seemed like you cleaned a lot of that up tonight. Why was the defense so much more effective in getting that first guy down, with the first tackler down? Why so much more effective tonight?
We just went back to the basics, just learning how to go out there and just go perform and do your thing, especially on little things like tackling. It's just all technique. So went back to the drawing board, picked up technique, and that was it.
Jimmy?
Joey, why the struggle getting the run game going against
I
Oklahoma?
would probably just say just all the pressures that they bring. You know, they try to twist the D-line a lot and just kind of confuse everybody all around. So that's pretty much it.
Couple more. Caleb?
Joey, you mentioned these pre-snap coverages, offense being confused. Were these things, or did they do anything that you didn't expect tonight, or was it stuff that y'all knew come out tonight?
No, they didn't do anything I didn't expect. You know, we prepared for everything, but they just did a great job, as they do, you know, attacking quarterback, bringing pressure and, you know, trying to make us make quick reads.
Wes, and then Paige will finish with you.
Joey, I guess every loss is a loss no matter what, but when y'all are going back and kind of, cutting up the film and watching stuff, when you feel like it's collectively some mistakes that decided the game and not just like the other guys making plays, how much more does that kind of hurt as a competitor?
A lot, you know, especially on my part, turn the ball over 3 times, strip sack, and then 2 interceptions. But to know, you know, those mistakes of just reading the defense and just getting to the next read, for me personally, obviously hurts a lot. Put my team in a better position to put points in. You know, the defense gave us turnovers, and offensively we didn't execute on those. So to go back and see those mistakes that, you know, I could clean up just makes it hard and frustrating, but, you know, you just got to watch it and flush it.
Paige, last question.
Joey, obviously the idea maybe of controlling your own destiny isn't as ingrained now, having 3 losses, but maybe what's the message to your teammates to rally the troops for the next handful of weeks?
Just keep fighting. You know, we're blessed to have 3 more games, and you just got to take it week by week. You know, college football's crazy, but, you know, our next focus is our next opponent. So,
Thank you, everybody. That's it for tonight.
thank you, guys.
Thank you.